Hi, Carol and Nancy. We'll give it another minute or so for people to get on. There's Anita. Welcome, Anita. And Cindy from California. It was gorgeous here today, Cindy, in Maine. It was really nice. How was it out there? Nice, Cindy. Oh, I'd take that. 76. Hi, Tammy. And Pat's here. Patsy's here. Okay, it looks like people are getting on okay. I hope everybody had a nice day. Otherwise, we had a great day here. A lot of the snow melted. That's nice. And ice. All right, I'm going to wait about 10 more seconds. Okay, I guess we'll get the show on the road. Welcome again to another Step Up Stampin'. Tonight's cards are assuming that people have a few more products, a little bit of skills, but anybody can really do them. They're not that difficult. For those of you that may not know me, which I don't think is anybody on here, there's Carol. Thank you, Carol. My name is Corinne Sandin. Like I said, I've been teaching Stampin' and Scrapbooking in the Lewiston Auburn area here for a long, long time. So, like I said, I hope you all had a fun day today. I was busy today, videotaping, putting kits together, a couple of orders. It's getting to the end of the month, the end of celebration. People want to make sure they can take advantage of the awesome deals we have. Okay, so enough chit-chatting. Let's get to work, huh? So, card number 1. This is the hostess code. We only have a few more days. We have tons of people that are going to be having their names entered. If you placed an order between January 1st and next Sunday, for every $50 before tax and shipping, I've put a one ticket in. If you hosted an online or catalog workshop, I put in 2 tickets for you. So you're going to be winning this little embossing machine that comes with the plates and everything. If you're local, I'll probably have it shipped to you anyways. It's just easier. All right, so everybody has an equal chance to join to get it. And if you placed an order with me anyways, everybody gets a handmade card from me at least, and sometimes some goodies in the bag too. All right, let's get started. So the first card I wanted to make is a fun fold, and I absolutely love this stamp set. I'm going to miss it. I'm actually going to keep it in my personal stash just because I loved it so much. And then, of course, I love this paper, too. I thought Stampin' Up! Did an outstanding job this year on celebration items. I thought they did a really good job. So here is the sample. So it is a gatefold with flaps on 2 sides. I might have to do something here because that bugs me. So let me show you how I made those. I will have, you know, the drill, all the dimensions and everything up tomorrow. I did use, to cut out these rectangles, stitched rectangles, I used the Stampin' Up! Stitched rectangle dies. I used this one right here that you can see I used that one quite a bit, actually. That one and this kind of squarish one, believe it or not. Okay. Not quite as much as I do the Stitch So Sweet labels. I'm going to give you a tip that I learned a long time ago in regards to gatefolds. You'll find a lot of people will tell you to score both sides. But you know what happens sometimes when you score it? It doesn't always score exactly right. So I only measure one side. And I fold that down. Let me grab my bone folder. And then I have a marriage on the other side. So I just bring it till it meets. That way, if I didn't score it exactly right, no big deal. Nobody's going to know. So you can see how they're touching each other. And then I just burnish it with my bone folder. That way I don't have to worry about if I didn't score it exactly right. Okay. So this is the piece for inside. This is your standard A2 card that is 8.5 by 5.5. I did score the first side at 2 1/8. This is going to go on the inside, and it's the standard mat that's 4 by 5 1/4. Then I used that beautiful Blooms designer paper, which, let me get my little chart out. Well, I thought, yeah, right here, this paper Blooms. This is the back sides of paper. There was 3 pink and 3 very heavy navy, and then 3 with the green. So I matted this designer paper. This is 1 3/4 by 5 on a piece of Night of Navy. So let me do my Stampin' first. I am using Night of Navy ink and the rose ink. Let me grab a piece of scrap paper. Okay, so I'm going to stamp my butterfly first. And I'm going to kind of put it tilted. You're not going to be able to get the whole butterfly, so you got to decide how much of what you want on there. I'm really sad to see the stamps that go. It's not very, I think only once have they, well, they brought back the chick, the Hey Chick. But most of the time, celebration items don't ever come back. But I wouldn't mind if this one did. Okay, my words. I just love the font. I love it all. And the beautiful bird. Hummingbird at that. I know, I probably have never seen a blue hummingbird, but it's okay. So while it's still wet, I'm going to grab my Wink Stella and drag some of this color. I want a lot on his wings. And then just a little bit on him. There, that's it. And my butterfly, I'm going to grab my blends. And I'll grab the Wink Stella after. So this is the rose blends, the light one. Make a Stella again to drag some of that blue. Now remember these Rinker Stellas, if it empties, you can put a little bit of alcohol, rubbing alcohol in it, and get a little bit more life out of it, but then keep it because it makes a great aqua painter. There we go. Now I wanted to put a little bit of that rose color around the words. This little stamp is in the kit. I didn't even see it till quite recently. It's right down here. So anytime you need a speckled background, that's an awesome one to use. Anybody do any stamping today? Yeah, we only have a few more days left of celebration. We are going to have another one though later in the year. That's the first. Okay, so let's assemble our card. Oops, I needed one more for the inside. Actually, it's probably wet enough. Oh no, I did it on an edge, so I better re-ink it. Alright, I'm going to put a butterfly on this one. I can't remember what I put on the other one. There we go. Get my lovely Tombow. I'm going to put some Tombow on the back of my designer paper. So I want a nice Night of Navy frame all the way around it. The other side. Oh, Cindy decorated pumpkin. What did you decorate them with, Cindy? That's a great idea. Are you using them for storage, Cindy, or gifts, or what? Okay. So now we're going to put this on one of the flaps. You're just going to have a whisker of a frame. It's pretty tight. Because it's only 1/8 instead of 1/4 like we normally have. And then this one goes on this side. Trying to keep it even up here. Then I'm going to put my inside in. Okay, so now I want to make sure that I can line up my 3 designers here. So what I do is, oh no, I'm out of post-it notes right here. So this is a little over 4 1/4. So that means that we have 17 squares. What I mean is by the grid here. So I'm going to bring this and put it right here. Whoops. So that I will know that it's even. I'm telling you, post-it notes need to be part of your Stampin' kit. You need to have some with you at all times. Okay. So I'm going to, the middle one gets attached on this side. Let's see if that looks about right. Yep, okay. So I'm going to flip it over so that I know to put my adhesive there. Okay, and then this one's going to go down here, trying to leave a little space down below. So I'm going to flip it over so that I know which side to put my glue on. And the same with the top one, the butterfly. I'll have to figure out either put another piece, because that bugs me. I don't like that to show. So the post-it note just helps you keep it straight, and it doesn't damage your card any. And then I'm using the Artistry, I think it's called, sequins. Artistry, I'm sorry. I'm going to put a big one up here. A little one, oops, just above the eye. And another big one over here. So there's card number 1. I like the fold. Okay, so card number 2 is another fancy fold. Oh, nice. Yes, masking. Yeah, I used it today when I was doing the technique class. So, all right. So this is tonight's other fancy fold card. This is we've done plenty of easels in the past, but this is a different version. I'm going to try to put it so you can see. Yeah, I like the fold too. So it's actually like covering 2 cards. So I did some of the coloring ahead because it's time consuming. So your first card base is your standard 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2. And again, I will have all the measurements up for you tomorrow. The second card is 10 1/4 by 4, scored at 5 and 2 something. I can't remember now. 2.5. So you're going to fold it a little bit different. So we're folding it up and then fold this one down. Oops, looks like I didn't fold that right. Yeah, I guess I did. So 5 and 2.5 and 2.5. And what you're going to do is you're going to attach this to this card base on top. Normally, in the past, we've done it the opposite way. So you have a lot of places you can write a message. You can write a message here. You could lift it up and write a message there. So the first thing we're going to do, you just scoot this over the way a little bit. We're going to attach this to the front of our base, I'll call it. So you want some Tombow close to the edge, or heavy duty tape, whatever your choice of adhesive is. And we're going to center that. We're going to hold that here. And then we're going to put a piece of designer paper that is like 4 3/4 by 3/4, 3 3/4. So again, I'm just putting some Tombow. It doesn't quite go all the way to the bottom, but I didn't think it needed it. Like, I can't afford to waste this paper, you know, I have a ton of it. So I thought this time I'd try the yellow side to see how that looks. See what it looks like when we're all done. So again, some Tombow. All right, let me get my scrap paper back out. So I did do some of the color in the head. I'm going to do the this piece for on camera with you guys. I know I love red and orange together. So I'm stamping it in Memento Black. Let me get my words too. Okay, where are they? I can't. Thinking of you. Right here. Okay. I'm going to quickly stamp my words first. Let that sit there just for a few minutes to let the ink gravitate. Yeah. Now I can stamp my pretty butterfly. I moved it. I don't know. I might have to do the other side. Let's see. Oh, I can live with that. All right. So I just colored it with blends. I did not have an orange. Can you believe that? I just ordered it today. I did not have a pumpkin. I could not believe it. With all of the colors that I have. Alright, so let's do a little bit of coloring. I'm using the dark Daffodil Delight. Then I'm using the light cherry cobbler. Put a little bit on my body. And then grabbing my Wink Costello again. Making it beautiful. Probably should put just a little bit of, oops, wrong one, I want the light. I just want to drag this down just a little bit. And sometimes I find it easier to use the brush tip. I don't want it so uniform. Yeah, I like that better. All right, so to get that shadow in, on the round part here, I use soft seafoam. On the flowers themselves, I used the light Pool Party. So what you do is you take your brush side and you just color as close to that as you can. Going side to side. Quick and easy. I'm going to do the whole thing, I think. Yeah. So now we can assemble it. I did color this one on Whisper the Thick just because it had a lot of color in. Alright, so let's get some Tombow here. Let me see something. Oh, let me cut something out here. I didn't finish cutting it. I don't call this fussy cutting. I call this rough cutting. Come in just a little bit more. So when you leave some of your edges, I call that rough cutting. Alright, so I'm going to put some Tombow on the back of that. Stick that up here in the corner. Nobody's chatting. Then this is going to go right here, but I want to make sure I got enough room for my little piece. So I'm going to pop this piece up. So this one's going to go here. Whoops. So some Tombow. Hold that there for a minute. Get a couple of dimensionals. Now if you wanted to glue this down you can, but I just like the fold, so I don't glue it down. So we're going to put a couple of dimensionals on this one. And then to fix my little boo-boo there, we all know how to do that. I'm going to take some of these pretty gems. Oh no, where did I put my pickup tool? Right here. I'm going to put it right there so it's not so noticeable. And put one over here. And then one over here. So let me get in the other samples for you so you can get one last look. So it's hard to believe when we meet again, it'll be a new month. And celebration will be over. That's sad. All right, so there we have it. Using 2 different papers and the same stamp set. So if you don't have the papers or these stamp sets and you love them as much as I do, I would get an order in as soon as possible. The stamp set is a little on the steeper side. It is a $100 order. The other items are a $50 order before tax and shipping. So thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the class. I look forward to seeing you. The first thing we'll do Monday night, I promise, is draw for the mini embossing cut machine. So remember, if you could hit the share button, I'd really appreciate it. I also appreciate all the comments you give me as well. Remember to take care of yourself, stay safe, mask up, and be kind to each other. Bye-bye, everybody. Good night.